everyone, it's Feeding Dragon. I've been playing the computer games Clear Obscure Expedition 33, so that's why all my fountain pens are kinda neglected around that time frame. But now I have finished the game. It was a very great game and I can totally recommend it. And I'm now back with my fountain pen things. Let's get to it. My first pen and ink combination is my Opus 88 Jazz with Chen Big Nib, and I fill it with Diamine Cerise. Whenever I ink the Chen Big Point, it always makes me happy just because how fun it is to play with the nib with. Plus point because the pen is also one of my most comfortable pen that I have. But I think this one with this combination, the highlight is the ink. So Diamine Cerise is a very bright highlighter pink kind of. The first time I write with it, I giggled. The color is so happy and the color is just like on your face. It's a highlighter pink with a bit of orangey on its pink, but it is totally pink. It's a very fun pink and I am wondering why it is not as popular as the other pink. As for color comparison, Diamond Series is kind of like a pinker Herbin Rouge Caro beer. And overall, it pops in the eyes more than the other. My second pen and ink combination is my Leonardo Memento Zero Lavanda with Bruce Broad Architect, and I fill it with Herbin Rouge Dianker. I inked this nib because I am considering getting another architect but in medium, and I wanted to check if it is really something that I really wanted. Considering that the ink is on the lighter color side, I was expecting it to be rather dry. However, this combination, I think thanks to the fit and the nib, feels wet and nice. I was also cautious about it just because it looks very light in most pictures, but thankfully with this combination it is on the line of being legible and illegible, but it is dark enough to be read. It's quite surprising for me that Herbin the anchor is like dusty pink, but if we put it side by side with another pink, it does not really look that pink. It's more on the orangey pinkish side. The closest ink that I have here is probably Diamine Infant Cashmere Rose. Next up is my TWSBI Diamond 580 RPT. I have it in medium and I fill it with Diamond Kelly Green. Considering that it is spring, I felt like I wanted to ink some greens, and I got an ink sample of this ink from someone with the same name. I don't know why, but when I see this Diamond Kelly Green, it reminded me of the color of apple. Seems like I associate this color with apple just because Diamond also have an ink called Apple Tini and Apple Glory. Not surprisingly, Diamond Kelly Green and Diamond Appletini is very close to each other. Like if I fill two different pens with these two inks, I will not be able to differentiate the difference. Next up, I have my Esterbrook Estie Nouveau Blue. The nib in it is CY Naginata, and I fill this pen with Lamy Turmaline. Just like the Architect nib, I also inked this pen because I wanted to see if I have another Naginata or not, but with a smaller size. So this one is made from double broad, and I wanted to see how it is if it is made from broad or a mini Sankakusen. I really love how bright this Lamy Turmaline is. It is also flowing really well out of this pen. I find it really interesting that this Lamy Turmaline is quite similar to how Diamond Cool Green and Wearing Gold Wayfarer look. It's just like exactly in the middle of these two colors. The fifth pen and ink combination is my Sailor Pro Gear Imperial Black with medium 21 karat gold nib, and I fill it with Birmingham Pen Company Grand Street Weather Free. I really love this pen and ink combination because with this ink I can finally really feel the feedback on the nib, which were quite missing with my previous two filling. I cannot really write with this pen for a long writing session because it tires me, maybe because the grip section is not as big as what I usually am comfortable with. But overall, it is a very beautiful pen. And the ink. This ink is one of the older formulation and it is not available anymore, which means that this sample that I have is one of the most precious sample that I can get. Just like with all Birmingham Pen Company inks, this ink is special in its own way. Maybe partly because the colors are quite unique and there's this certain softness to the ink color itself, which I really love. And I hope that more ink makers pick up this kind of softness because the colors in the markets are either way too saturated or way too pale right now, while Birmingham Pen Company hits the middle just right. Grand Street Weather Brick is like in the middle of purple and brown. It is more purple than Beyond Iroshizuku Shunkyo. It is on the cooler side compared to Ackerman Leafen's Cardinal Pars or Utamaru Ume Murasaki. My last pen and ink combination is my Majohn N7. It has a Schmidt fine nib and I fill it with Herbin Rouge Opera. The most favorite thing that I have with this pen is the nib. I have a small wish that more pen makers use Schmidt nib just because their nibs are always great and smooth and very wet, even for a fine nib just like this one. My only grip with this pen is just that the grip section is very small, while I prefer a bigger or wider grip, and thus I can only write with this pen for a short moment because otherwise I get hand cramps. Plus the fact that the nib is very smooth, it is on the slippery side, which does not help with the hand cramp as well. Well, the ink, since I have been inking so many pink inks lately, Rouge Opera kind of fall off in the middle just because it's not really that special, sorry to say. It is still a very beautiful ink. I think I might enjoy it more if I'm not doing this much pink inking at the moment. It is on the pinker side compared to Colorverse Hubble and Pilot Irosuzuku Yamabudo, which my description does not help at all in describing this color, but I really don't know how to describe this color aside from its pink. Alright, that's it for now. What do you think? See you on the next one. Bye bye!